Good evening, everybody. I'm Fictional Crystals, and this show has a redemption which no one seems to be talking about. Steven is a character who has a lot of empathy. It's one of his powers. Steven's also loving, accepting, and overall very friendly. He usually gives people more than 2 chances. He doesn't mind someone's past as long as they're a good person in the present. Sometimes he can even be a bit too trusting.
You offered her a lot of your trust.
I did! And it blew up in my face.
Because of Steven's nature, he can lead people to redemption, like Lapis or Peridot. This show in general prefers the pacifist way. It preaches love and acceptance.
We're all different, but we love and accept each other.
It prefers talking things through rather than fighting, though they do fight when it's necessary.
Even if we don't agree, nobody deserves this.
And its main character is extremely forgiving. On this show, there's a possibility of redeeming absolutely any character. Even Kevin or Aquamarine. People are always talking about a Jasper redemption, or the Ruby Squad's redemption, or the Diamond's redemption, or basically any HomeWorld gem. But there's one character whose redemption no one ever seems to mention. A character whose arc has been set up since episode 1. The character whose redemption arc is still going. Maybe people don't talk about it, because this character is already seen as sweet and nice by many characters on the show. It's the character who Steven's having a lot of trouble making peace with, even though he's been reassured many times that she loved him. Rose Quartz. Rose is a very complex character. One side thinks of her as the ultimate good. She was a great leader with a loving personality. She touched the lives of many and had people fall in love with her. She was the gem who freed the earth. Though on the other side, she's seen as complete evil. She was the one who shattered a diamond, a gem who many loved.
She was shattered by a Rose Quartz. The entire cut of gem deserves the same fate.
She started a war splitting gemkind. Each side has radically different views of her. But then there's Steven. At first he thought of her just like the other crystal gems did. He thought of her as perfect, the ultimate good. She is his mother after all. Though even though they share the same gem, Steven has never met Rose. The closest he's ever gotten to talking to her was with a cloud copy. Everything Steven knew about Rose was from the crystal gems or Greg, who all clearly had a biased opinion on her. They only ever told Steven about the good parts of her, so that's what Steven thought of her as. But then he met the HomeWorld gems. They told him about the complete opposite side of Rose. The war she started caused the deaths of many.
Rose couldn't have known. This is punishment for the rebellion.
If she didn't shatter a diamond, Steven might not be stuck in the situation he is now. If she didn't shatter a diamond, he wouldn't be stuck struggling with her problems.
You put us all in danger and you just disappeared.
The HomeWorld gems think he's her. If she didn't start this whole mess, he could have lived his life peacefully. But at the same time, if she didn't start the war, he might not even be alive. Neither would so many humans on the planet. If it wasn't for her, gemkind would have destroyed humans with their progress. Steven is torn between whether she was good or whether she was bad. She did do bad things, but for the greater good. Rose needs redeeming for Steven. Like I said before, Steven can forgive people's past, as long as they're a good person in the present. Yet he's hung up on Rose's past. He doesn't know for sure if she was a good person.
The past is the past. All that matters to me is who you are now. And who she was an incredible, loving being.
At the end of season 3, everything Steven thought he knew about Rose, the leader of the crystal gems, came crashing down. They even symbolized it with a slash across his star. He lost his trust in Rose, but he's been slowly gaining it back. He's beginning to form his own opinion on her, rather than just taking others' opinions on her. But before she gets redeemed for him, he has to know the real her.
I just want to know the real you, not the you that everyone tells me about.
Rose's story has been going on throughout the show. Now that he's turned himself into the diamonds as Rose Quartz, this arc will only continue. His encounter with the diamonds could either redeem Rose for him, or do the contrary. Rose is the character that Steven wants to be redeemed the most. He wants to truly love her. He's just not sure if he can. Yet, at least. Steven's arc with Rose is definitely going to continue. So what are your guys' opinions on Rose? Was she good, bad, or somewhere in between? Tell me in the comments. But anyway, thanks for watching, cause that will be all.